Welcome to the channel. Here, we honor the legendary figures we've lost, but whose legacies continue to inspire us every day. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the bell so you never miss a tribute. Stick around till the end, we promise there's always something meaningful waiting for you. Marianne Faithfull, born on December 29, 1946, in Hampstead, London, was a multifaceted English singer and actress who rose to fame in the 1960s. She became a cultural icon, not only for her music but also for her tumultuous personal life, which often overshadowed her artistic achievements. Faithfull's journey through life was marked by incredible highs and devastating lows, making her one of the most intriguing figures in the history of rock and pop music. Faithfull's career began in 1964 when she was discovered by Andrew Loog Oldham, the manager of the Rolling Stones, at a party. Her debut single, As Tears Go By, written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, became a top 10 hit in the UK and catapulted her into the limelight. This was followed by a series of successful singles and albums, including her 1965 debut album Marianne Faithfull, which established her as a leading female artist of the British invasion in the United States. Her early music was characterized by her melodic, high-register vocals, which set her apart from other artists of the time. However, her career took a dramatic turn in the 1970s when her voice changed due to severe laryngitis and years of drug abuse. The once clear tones were replaced by a raspy, lower-pitched voice that critics described as whiskey-soaked. This new sound became a defining feature of her later work, adding a raw, emotional depth to her music. Faithfull's personal life was as dramatic as her career. From 1966 to 1970, she had a highly publicized relationship with Mick Jagger, which influenced some of the Rolling Stones' most famous songs, including Sympathy for the Devil and Wild Horses. However, her life spiraled out of control in the 1970s as she battled heroin addiction, anorexia, and homelessness. Her struggles were well documented, and she became a symbol of the darker side of fame. Despite these challenges, Faithfull made a remarkable comeback in 1979 with the release of Broken English, an album that marked a turning point in her career. The album, which addressed themes of political unrest and personal turmoil, was both a critical and commercial success. It earned her a Grammy nomination and is often regarded as her definitive work. Songs like The Ballad of Lucy Jordan and Why Die Do It showcased her newfound vocal style and cemented her status as a resilient and innovative artist. Faithfull's career continued to flourish in the 1980s and 1990s with a series of successful albums, including Dangerous Acquaintances, 1981, A Child's Adventure, 1983, and Strange Weather, 1987. She also ventured into acting, appearing in films such as Hamlet, 1969, and Irina Palm, 2007, for which she received critical acclaim. Her ability to reinvent herself and adapt to changing musical trends kept her relevant in an industry that often discards its stars. In addition to her music and acting, Faithfull was a prolific writer. She authored 3 autobiographies: Faithfull, an autobiography, 1994, Memories, Dreams and Reflections, 2007, and Marianne Faithfull, A Life on Record, 2014. These books provided an intimate look into her life, detailing her struggles with addiction, her relationships, and her enduring passion for music. Faithfull's contributions to the arts were recognized with numerous awards and honors. In 2009, she received the World Lifetime Achievement Award at the Women's World Awards, and in 2011, she was made a Commandeur of the Ordre des Arts et des Lettres by the French government. These accolades celebrated her enduring influence on music and culture. Faithfull's personal life was marked by tragedy and resilience. She had 3 miscarriages and 4 abortions, the first of which occurred in 1965 when abortion was still illegal in the UK. She later revealed that these experiences, along with her struggles with addiction, left deep emotional scars. Despite these hardships, she remained a fiercely independent and outspoken figure, unafraid to confront her past and share her story with the world. In her later years, Faithfull faced numerous health challenges, including breast cancer, hepatitis C, and emphysema. She was hospitalized in 2020 after contracting COVID-19, which left her with lasting effects on her lungs and memory. Despite these setbacks, she continued to work on her music, releasing her final album, She Walks in Beauty, in 2021. The album, a spoken-word project featuring the poetry of British Romantic poets, was accompanied by musical arrangements from artists like Nick Cave and Brian Eno. Marianne Faithfull passed away on January 30, 2025, at the age of 78. Her death marked the end of an era, but her legacy as a trailblazing artist and survivor endures. Faithfull's life was a testament to the power of resilience and reinvention. She overcame immense personal and professional challenges to leave an indelible mark on the world of music and culture. Her voice, both literal and metaphorical, will continue to inspire generations to come. Ken Flores was a rising stand-up comedian whose untimely death at the age of 28 sent shockwaves through the comedy community and left fans and fellow performers mourning the loss of a unique and talented artist. Born in Chicago and raised in the city's vibrant, diverse neighborhoods, Flores developed an early passion for humor and performance that would shape his future. His journey from making YouTube videos to headlining comedy clubs across the nation was marked by a relentless drive to succeed, an unfiltered comedic style, and a genuine love for his craft. Growing up in Chicago, Flores was exposed to a rich tapestry of cultural influences that would later inform his comedy. He was raised in a working-class Latino family, an environment where humor was not only a way of life but also a means of coping with the challenges of everyday life. As a teenager, Flores began experimenting with creating funny videos, a venture that allowed him to express his unique perspective and quickly garnered attention online. Clips of his early work went viral on platforms like World Star Hip Hop, giving him a taste of the entertainment world and fueling his ambition to become a stand-up comedian. After his family relocated from Chicago to Aurora, Illinois, Flores continued to cultivate his comedic skills by performing at local venues. His big break came when he started attending open mic nights at a comedy club called the Comedy Shrine. Working as a teller at a local bank at the time, he was encouraged by the owner of the Comedy Shrine to take the stage. In a candid interview, Flores recalled that the experience of stepping up to the microphone for the first time was transformative. He remembered thinking, if you get that one big pop, you get bit by the stand-up bug and you're addicted. Ever since I went up the first time, I couldn't stop. This moment set him on a path toward a career in comedy, and his distinctive, unfiltered style began to emerge. Flores's early comedy was marked by a raw authenticity that resonated with audiences. His humor was deeply personal, often drawing on his experiences growing up in a Latino household and the challenges of navigating life as a young man in a diverse urban landscape. He quickly built a local following, performing regularly at Chicago clubs like Zanies, where his ability to engage a crowd with his quick wit and relatable storytelling earned him recognition. As his reputation grew, so did his ambitions. Flores began to develop his own comedy show, LatinXL, aimed at creating a platform for Latino comedians. The show was both a celebration of cultural identity and a launching pad for talent that might otherwise have been overlooked in a competitive industry. By his early 20s, Flores had made the decision to pursue comedy full-time. He moved to Los Angeles, a city known for its thriving stand-up scene and opportunities for exposure. In LA, he quickly became a familiar face at prestigious venues such as the Comedy Store and Hollywood Improv, where his performances drew enthusiastic crowds. His appearance on popular podcasts like Netflix Is a Daily Joke further showcased his unique brand of humor to a wider audience. Comedians and fans alike praised his unfiltered approach, noting that he possessed a personality that was larger than life, a quality that made him stand out in an increasingly crowded field. In 2025, Flores was in the midst of what many believed would be a breakout year for his career. He was on his Butterfly Effect tour, a national tour that had already taken him to several major cities. The tour, which began on January 10 in Portland, Oregon, was intended to culminate in a series of high-profile shows in Phoenix, Arizona, and other cities. His most recent performance was on January 25 in Norcross, Georgia, and fans eagerly anticipated his upcoming set. Flores was not only known for his energetic stage presence but also for his ability to connect with audiences on a personal level. He had a way of making every show feel intimate, even in large venues, by sharing humorous anecdotes about his life, his struggles, and his dreams. Despite his rising star status, Ken Flores remained grounded and committed to his roots. He often credited his early experiences in Chicago and Aurora for shaping his perspective and informing his comedy. His work on Latinx, in particular, was a point of pride, as it helped break down barriers for Latino performers and brought greater visibility to a community that had long been underrepresented in mainstream comedy. Fellow comedians and collaborators frequently praised his generosity and willingness to mentor younger talent, ensuring that his impact would be felt for years to come. Tragically, Ken Flores's promising career was cut short when he passed away on January 28, 2025. According to reports from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner, his body was discovered at his home after he suffered what appeared to be cardiac arrest. Although the official cause of death was not disclosed, law enforcement sources indicated that there was no foul play involved. The news of his passing was confirmed by his family on social media, with a heartfelt statement that read, "It is with great sadness that we confirm the untimely passing of our friend, brother, and son, Ken Flores. Please respect our privacy at this time as we are all shocked and devastated by this loss." The loss of Ken Flores resonated deeply within the comedy community. Tributes poured in from fellow comedians, social media influencers, and fans alike. Icons such as Chris D'Elia and Sam Tripoli, along with numerous local performers, took to platforms like Instagram and Twitter to express their sorrow and celebrate his life. Venues like the Hollywood Improv and Zanies in Chicago paid homage to his talent, emphasizing that his vibrant energy and larger-than-life personality had the power to transform any stage into a space of joy and laughter. Ken Flores's legacy is one of passion, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to making people laugh. His career, though tragically brief, demonstrated the transformative power of comedy to bring people together, challenge societal norms, and provide solace in difficult times. He leaves behind a body of work that continues to inspire and uplift, a reminder that even the briefest of lives can leave a lasting impact on the hearts and minds of many. In the wake of his passing, the comedy community has rallied to honor his memory, ensuring that his contributions to the art of stand-up and his role in promoting Latino representation in comedy will never be forgotten. Patricia Lee Smith, widely known as Patti Smith, is an American singer, songwriter, poet, painter, author, and photographer whose influence on rock music and art has spanned decades. Born on December 30, 1946, in the Lincoln Park area of Chicago to Beverly, a jazz singer turned waitress, and Grant Smith, a Honeywell machinist, she was the eldest of 4 siblings. Growing up in a working-class family with partly Irish heritage, she was immersed in music from an early age. Her mother introduced her to various musical styles, and by the time she was a child, Patti was already absorbing the sounds and rhythms that would later shape her artistic vision. Her early life in Chicago laid the foundation for her rebellious spirit and her future as a groundbreaking musician and poet. When Patti was 4, her family moved to Philadelphia and later to New Jersey, where she eventually settled in Deptford Township. This constant relocation exposed her to a range of cultural experiences, and it was in this diverse environment that she began to forge her own identity. After graduating from Deptford Township High School in 1964, Patti briefly worked in a factory and even attended Glassboro State College for a short time before fully devoting herself to the arts. The formative years of her youth were marked by a deep engagement with music. She was particularly moved by albums such as Shrimp Boats by Harry Belafonte and Another Side of Bob Dylan, which her mother gave her, igniting a lifelong passion for musical exploration and poetic expression. In 1967, Patti made a bold move to Manhattan, a city that would become synonymous with her artistic career. Living at the Hotel Chelsea, she immersed herself in the vibrant cultural scene, developing her voice as both a musician and a poet. It was during this time that she met photographer Robert Mapplethorpe, an encounter that would change the trajectory of her life. Their relationship, marked by intense creativity and mutual influence, became the subject of her memoir, Just Kids. Patti's time with Mapplethorpe was not only personal but also deeply artistic. His photographs of her would go on to become iconic, gracing the covers of her albums and symbolizing the raw, unfiltered energy of her early work. During the late 1960s and early 1970s, Patti Smith began to explore the intersection of rock and poetry, combining spoken word with punk rock. She performed in various plays and experimental theater productions, one of the most notable being a one-act play she co-wrote with Sam Shepard called Cowboy Mouth. These early performances were raw and intense, capturing the spirit of the counterculture movement and laying the groundwork for her future musical endeavors. She became involved with the Poetry Project and was an active participant in the artistic communities of New York City. Her early creative explorations set the stage for her eventual breakthrough into the world of rock music. In 1973, Patti Smith joined forces with musician and rock archivist Lenny Kaye, and the duo, later joined by Richard Soule, Ivan Crow, and J.D. Doherty, formed what would become the Patti Smith Group. Financed by photographer and collector Sam Wagstaff, the band recorded their first single, Hey Joe/Piss Factory, which showcased a blend of rock energy and poetic lyricism that would define their sound. The group's debut album, Horses, released in 1975, was a watershed moment in rock music. Produced by John Cale, Horses fused punk rock with the raw immediacy of spoken word, capturing the angst and hope of a generation. The album opens with a powerful rendition of Van Morrison's Gloria, and Patti's iconic introduction, Jesus Died for Somebody's Sins, But Not Mine, became an anthem of personal liberation and artistic defiance. Horses quickly established Patti Smith as a leading figure in the New York City punk rock movement. Its cover, photographed by Robert Mapplethorpe, became one of the most enduring images in rock history. The album's success was not merely commercial, it reshaped the landscape of rock music by infusing it with literary and poetic sensibilities that challenged the conventions of the genre. Following Horses, the Patti Smith Group released Radio Ethiopia in 1978, an album that, while initially receiving mixed reviews due to its raw and experimental nature, has since been re-evaluated as a daring and influential work. Songs from Radio Ethiopia, with their turbulent energy and poetic narratives, solidified Patti's reputation as an artist unafraid to push boundaries. The group's next album, Easter, 1978, marked their most commercially successful release, buoyed by the hit single, Because the Night, co-written with Bruce Springsteen. This song, with its irresistible blend of rock, passion, and anthemic hooks, reached number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the defining tracks of the era. Easter's success catapulted Patti Smith to international stardom, and her subsequent album, Wave, 1979, though less commercially successful, continued to explore themes of love, alienation, and creative expression. Throughout the 1980s, Patti Smith's influence extended beyond music. She emerged as a cultural icon and a voice for artistic freedom, embodying the spirit of rebellion and the transformative power of art. Though she lived a relatively low-profile life during this period, often retreating from the public eye to focus on personal projects, her work continued to inspire new generations of artists and musicians. Her literary contributions, including her acclaimed memoir Just Kids, further cemented her status as a multifaceted creative force. The 1990s and 2000s saw Patti Smith diversify her artistic output even further. She engaged in numerous collaborations, performed at significant cultural events, and continued to evolve her music and writing. Her work often blurred the lines between art, music, and literature, reflecting a deep intellectual curiosity and a commitment to exploring new forms of expression. Smith's impact on the arts was recognized with numerous accolades, including her induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2007 and the awarding of the Polar Music Prize in 2011. These honors underscored her contributions to music and culture on a global scale. In later years, Patti Smith continued to record, tour, and create art that resonated with audiences worldwide. She maintained a strong connection with her roots in New York City, performing at legendary venues such as CBGB, where she once closed out a show with a 3.5-hour performance that encapsulated her passion for live music and poetic expression. Her ability to captivate audiences, whether through a single explosive performance or through her carefully crafted albums, remained a defining characteristic of her career. Smith was also a vocal activist, using her platform to champion causes close to her heart. She supported movements for peace, social justice, and environmental conservation. Her participation in protests against the Iraq War, her support for the Green Party, and her collaborations with artists like Joan Baez and Bob Dylan highlighted her commitment to using art as a means of political expression and social commentary. On the personal front, Patti Smith's life was marked by profound relationships and creative partnerships. Her long-standing relationship with photographer Robert Mapplethorpe deeply influenced her art and life, a bond that she vividly recounted in her memoir Just Kids. After their separation, she continued to forge new relationships and collaborations that enriched her creative output. Her marriages and family life, though sometimes turbulent, were integral to her identity as an artist, informing the introspective and often raw nature of her work. Patti Smith's artistic legacy is multifaceted, encompassing music, literature, visual art, and activism. Her pioneering work with the Patti Smith Group redefined the boundaries of rock music, merging punk energy with the intellectual rigor of poetry. Her fearless approach to art and her unyielding commitment to truth and expression have left an indelible imprint on multiple generations of artists and fans alike. Smith's influence can be seen in the work of countless musicians, writers, and visual artists who continue to draw inspiration from her groundbreaking career. As of the present, Patti Smith remains an enduring symbol of artistic rebellion and creative freedom. Her voice, both literally and metaphorically, has shaped the contours of modern rock and continues to resonate with those who seek to challenge the status quo through art. Her life and work serve as a reminder of the transformative power of creativity and the importance of remaining true to one's vision, even in the face of societal pressures. Richard Totten Dick Button, born on July 18, 1929, in Englewood, New Jersey, was a transformative figure in the world of figure skating. His innovative techniques and athletic prowess not only earned him numerous titles but also redefined the sport standards. Button's journey from a young skater to a celebrated champion and commentator is a testament to his dedication and passion for figure skating. Early life and introduction to skating. Button began skating at an early age in his hometown of Englewood. However, it wasn't until he was 12 that he started training earnestly. This shift in commitment was spurred by his father's encouragement after overhearing a remark doubting young Button's potential in the sport. Recognizing his son's talent, Button's father sent him to Lake Placid, New York, to train under the guidance of coach Gus Lussey, a partnership that would prove pivotal in his skating career. Rise to prominence. Button's ascent in the figure skating world was swift. In 1946, at just 16, he clinched his first U.S. championship title, marking the beginning of a dominant streak. He went on to win 7 consecutive U.S. championships from 1946 to 1952, tying the record set by Roger Turner. His international debut was equally impressive. In 1948, he became the first American to win the European Championship, a feat that led to the event being restricted to European skaters. Thereafter, Olympic triumphs and technical innovations. Button's Olympic performances were groundbreaking. At the 1948 Winter Olympics in St. Moritz, he became the first skater to successfully land a double axel in competition, securing his first Olympic gold medal. 4 years later, at the 1952 Oslo Olympics, he made history again by landing the first ever triple jump, a triple loop, in competition, earning his second Olympic gold. These achievements not only showcased his technical skills but also set new benchmarks in the sport. Academic pursuits and professional transition. Balancing academics with athletics, Button attended Harvard College, graduating in 1952. He then pursued a law degree at Harvard Law School, completing it in 1956. After retiring from amateur competition, Button briefly performed in ice shows, including tours with the Ice Capita and Holiday on Ice. However, his passion for the sport led him to other avenues within the skating world. Broadcasting career and legacy. Transitioning to broadcasting, Button became a prominent figure skating analyst. He provided commentary for CBS during the 1960 Winter Olympics, marking the start of a long and influential career in sports journalism. His insightful and candid analyses endeared him to audiences, and he continued to commentate for various networks, including ABC and NBC, covering events up to the 2010 Winter Olympics. In recognition of his contributions, Button was inducted into the inaugural class of the World Figure Skating Hall of Fame in 1976. Personal life and passing. Button's personal life was marked by both triumphs and challenges. In 1975, he married figure skating coach Slavka Kout, with whom he had 2 children, Edward and Emily. The couple later divorced. He faced health challenges, including a serious head injury in 1978 and another in 2000, but remained resilient. Button passed away on January 30, 2025, at the age of 95, leaving behind a legacy that profoundly impacted the figure skating community. Impact and remembrance. Button's influence on figure skating is immeasurable. His technical innovations, including the introduction of the double axel and triple loop, revolutionized the sport. As a commentator, he educated and inspired generations of skaters and fans alike. His passing came shortly after a tragic accident that claimed the lives of several figure skaters, casting a somber shadow over the skating community. Button is survived by his longtime partner, Dennis Grimaldi, and his children. In reflecting on Button's life and career, it's evident that his contributions extended beyond his athletic achievements. He was a pioneer who pushed the boundaries of what was possible on the ice, a mentor who guided audiences through the intricacies of the sport, and a beloved figure whose legacy will continue to inspire future generations. Gordon Ramsay is a world-renowned chef, restaurateur, television personality, and writer whose name has become synonymous with culinary excellence in high-stakes kitchens. Born on November 8, 1966, in Johnstone, Scotland, and raised in Stratford-upon-Avon, England, Ramsay's early life was marked by both cultural diversity and personal challenges that helped shape his future career. Despite a difficult childhood that included financial struggles and academic setbacks, Ramsay discovered his passion for cooking at an early age and pursued it with relentless determination. Ramsay's journey into the culinary world began when he left school to pursue a career in professional cooking. He trained under some of the most respected chefs in the United Kingdom, including Marco Pierre White, with whom he developed a fierce work ethic and an uncompromising standard for excellence. This rigorous training laid the foundation for Ramsay's future success and instilled in him the discipline and intensity that would eventually become his trademark. Early in his career, he worked at prestigious restaurants, honing his skills in French cuisine and mastering the art of creating exquisite dishes under pressure. By the early 1990s, Ramsay had begun to make a name for himself as a chef with a distinct style. He opened his first restaurant, Restaurant Gordon Ramsay, in 1998 in Chelsea, London, which quickly earned 3 Michelin stars, a feat that solidified his reputation as one of the leading chefs in the world. His ability to blend traditional culinary techniques with innovative ideas garnered widespread acclaim and set new standards in fine dining. Over the years, Ramsay expanded his restaurant empire, opening establishments across the globe, from Europe to Asia to the United States, each known for their impeccable service, high-quality ingredients, and the unmistakable flair that is uniquely his. Parallel to his flourishing culinary career, Ramsay became a household name through his television work. He first gained significant attention with the British cooking show, Boiling Point, in the 1990s, which offered an unvarnished look at the pressures of running a high-end restaurant. The raw intensity and demanding nature of his personality captivated audiences, and his on-screen persona soon evolved into that of a hard-driving, no-nonsense chef known for his fiery temper and relentless pursuit of perfection. His candid and sometimes abrasive style became a hallmark of his television career, making him both feared and admired by those who worked under him. Ramsay's success in the United Kingdom paved the way for international stardom. He starred in several highly popular television series, including Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, MasterChef, and Hotel Hell. In Hell's Kitchen, his uncompromising standards and explosive reactions to underperformance captivated viewers, transforming the show into a global phenomenon. His ability to inspire, yet challenge, his contestants resonated with audiences worldwide. Kitchen Nightmares further showcased his skill in turning failing restaurants around, revealing not only his culinary expertise but also his talent for leadership and problem-solving. Through these shows, Ramsay became known as both a brilliant chef and a tough mentor, willing to confront problems head-on to bring out the best in others. Despite the reputation he cultivated on television for being a tough taskmaster, those who have worked closely with Ramsay often speak of a different side of his personality. Off-camera, he is known to be warm, supportive, and deeply committed to his craft and his team. His ability to balance an intense professional persona with genuine care for the people around him is one of the many complexities that have made him a compelling figure in popular culture. Ramsay's direct approach, while sometimes perceived as harsh, is rooted in a profound passion for culinary excellence and a desire to maintain the highest standards in the kitchen. In addition to his achievements in the restaurant business and television, Ramsay is also a prolific author. He has written numerous cookbooks and autobiographies that offer insights into both his culinary techniques and his personal philosophy. His books not only share recipes but also convey the rigorous work ethic, discipline, and creativity that have defined his career. Ramsay's writing, much like his cooking, is direct and unpretentious, resonating with readers who appreciate both the art of fine dining and the stories behind it. Philanthropy and mentorship have also played important roles in Ramsay's life. He has been involved in various charitable initiatives, including efforts to support underprivileged youth and initiatives aimed at improving the culinary education system. Ramsay's commitment to giving back reflects his belief in nurturing new talent and ensuring that his hard-won success benefits others. Throughout his career, he has mentored countless young chefs, instilling in them the values of perseverance, innovation, and the importance of hard work. As his career continued to evolve, Ramsay remained at the forefront of culinary innovation and media presence. He embraced new trends in the food industry and maintained a keen interest in sustainability and ethical sourcing of ingredients. His restaurants have become models for excellence not only in terms of food quality but also in their commitment to responsible practices and community engagement. Ramsay's ability to adapt to changing times while staying true to his core values has ensured that his legacy remains relevant and influential. Personal life has always been an integral part of Ramsay's narrative. He has been married multiple times and is a father to several children, balancing the demands of a high-pressure career with family responsibilities. Despite the public scrutiny that often accompanies celebrity life, Ramsay has managed to maintain a strong sense of personal identity, remaining passionate about his work and continuously striving for improvement in all areas of his life. Gordon Ramsay's impact on the culinary world is immeasurable. His relentless pursuit of perfection, combined with his charismatic and sometimes explosive personality, has transformed the way we think about food and cooking. He has not only set the bar for culinary excellence but has also inspired countless aspiring chefs to follow in his footsteps. Through his restaurants, television shows, and books, Ramsay has created a legacy that transcends the kitchen, influencing both popular culture and the broader culinary industry. In summary, Gordon Ramsay's life and career have been defined by a relentless drive for excellence, a passion for innovation, and an unwavering commitment to his craft. From his early beginnings in London to his rise as a global culinary icon, Ramsay has continually pushed the boundaries of what is possible in the world of food. His work has not only entertained millions but also inspired a new generation of chefs and restaurateurs. As a television personality, mentor, and philanthropist, his influence will continue to resonate for years to come, making him one of the most influential figures in modern cuisine. Thank you for watching. We hope this tribute helped keep the memory of these legends alive. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories. Until next time, take care and keep their legacies in your heart.